Captain Paul for the Locker Room. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe and let's get into it. The Boston Bruins on our 2-game losing streak, losing to Tampa Bay Lightning and then the Florida Panthers last night, 4-3 in overtime. So the beginning of their road trip hasn't gone as well as the rest of the season has. And this has some Bruins fans saying that this is the
beginning of the end, everything's gonna fall apart, we're not a playoff team, we won't win these games in the playoffs, we're too small, we're too soft.
And it's just like, alright, relax. Some of the stuff I see on social media from Bruins fans, absolutely nutty. The game they lost, while I feel like they should have won and there were some chances that could have been capitalized, they still played a decent game, probably not up to the complete Bruins standards of this season, but in a full 82 game season, you're maybe going to have a stretch throughout it where you don't play your best and kind of slump through. What determines a great team is how they bounce back. Now, they play the Carolina Hurricanes today at 5 p.m., so we shall see how that goes, and if they struggle in Carolina, maybe there could be a point saying, hey, this might be an issue. But let's take a deep breather, relax. In 49 games played, they have 38 wins, 6 losses, and 5 overtime losses. They have 11 losses in total on the season. Out of a possible 98 points they could have on the season if they were undefeated, they have 81. Just so you can understand how crazy that is, the team second overall in the NHL, the Carolina Hurricanes, who they're playing today, in 48 games played, has 31 wins, 9 losses, 8 overtime losses for 70 points. They're still 11 points ahead of the team in second place. Now let's talk about the Florida Panther game. This definitely wasn't an all-out dominance performance by the Bruins, but if you watch that game and go out of it saying they played horrible, I don't think that's fair either. And I also saw some people blaming Jeremy Swayman on this game and how poor he played. Well, the Montour goal, Barkov goes, shoots it, it hits Montour's stick. There is no way Swayman will have enough time to react to make that save, because Barkov's original shot was going to be right in the chest, and with that stick deflection, it got swatted down and went 5-hole. Nothing crazy there that you could blame on Swayman. The second goal, I could say Swayman maybe should have had that, where you had Bennett coming in with a full head of steam, going from his right to left, and then just ripping it past Swayman, and you saw the flex on the stick. It was a hell of a shot by Bennett. But to be fair, that is maybe Swayman would have wanted to have back. So I'll give the Swayman detractors that. Third goal, the Barkov goal. With time expiring and regulation, I can't blame Swayman. The puck's going all over the place, bodies all around him. Barkov shoots this. He not only beats Swayman, but he shoots this 5-hole underneath Patrice Bergeron, who's standing up. Swayman has no shot to even look at the puck and get a clear visual on it to have a shot. And the last goal in overtime, where Sam Reinhart gets a one-timer that kind of wasn't hit clean. Puck was fluttering, and I think that kind of threw Swayman off. He was going from his left to a right, obviously sliding in his butterfly, goes over his shoulder, and it's just a bar down shot and in. Nothing you can really do in that situation. At the end of the day, the save percentage doesn't look pretty with an .892 on the night, but let's be very fair to the kid. He made some fantastic saves throughout the game that kept the Bruins in it. He's really bounced back from his rough start. Let's not just bury him because of a few unfortunate bounces. Every goalie's going to have an off night. And to be fair, I don't really think last night was an off night. I just think some lucky bounces with the Panthers' ways. Now getting back to the Bruins. I am a huge Bruins fan, but I'm also a huge hockey fan overall. When teams play the Bruins, they're going to try to come and play their best. They're going to want to compare themselves and see if they can measure up. Also, it is an 82-game season. The Bruins were not going to go undefeated the rest of the way. That's just impossible to ask of this team. Usually in these type of seasons, you would have some hot streaks and some cold streaks. And hypothetically, let's say they even lose against the Carolina Hurricanes. A 3-game losing streak is not that big of a deal. The Bruins have shown the ability to bounce back from rough losses. They have shown the ability to really fight for every game. I mean, even in these losses, they're staying right in it. Because let's also not get confused here. Even that Tampa Bay Lightning game where they lost 3-2, Hedman scored essentially an empty net goal because Ullmark got completely taken out of the play by his own defenseman. So let's just pump the brakes on the panic, Bruins fans. I still feel this team is head and shoulders better than everyone else in the NHL right now. Feel like I'm just trying to calm down my fellow Bruins fans and realize, hey, there's going to be some games where things don't go your way. That's how hockey works. It's a team sport, and sometimes that's just how the puck bounces. So I'd be interested to know your thoughts. Do you think this is the end of the Boston Bruins, or were you kind of like me where you understand that slumps are going to happen? I'm Captain Paul for the Locker Room. If you haven't already, I'd appreciate it if you subscribed and liked this video. Trying to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of February. I'll see you in the next one.
Shot here!